Train to Doncaster. Next station stop is Piccadilly Station.
There's lights for room. We've got a lighted room. I'm not lights for you. That's it next to bed. Oh, I thought we paid for it. Could you look at me? Not plenty of money, but enough money for all the don't panic. Oh, God. Oh, I need to transfer you a couple £100 and get some cash out. Oh.
You walking around?
Yeah.
It doesn't normally.
Okay, whatever. No tea and coffee making, isn't it?
No, it's brilliant.
It is a budget one though, isn't it? It is a budget.
We'll have to go to a supermarket, get some water.
Have you got a bedside cabinet? A bedside toilet? What temperature? It's 24. What temperature do you want it?
21.
We are now approaching Piccadilly. Working change for National Rail and free buses around the city centre. We are now approaching Piccadilly Gardens.
Very bloody small this time, isn't it?
Oh, we've got a hair dryer.
Yes. Very small this bathroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very
Oh, have you got your key?
You've got my keys, yes. Yeah. Do what happens to them, how they need control it. I'm gonna watch United Stanford.
Notification? I translate. A lot of the time it's things like food bank vouchers or food or Aldi vouchers, Asda vouchers, travel money if they're going to see a lawyer or to see something about their court interview or something like that.
This is Naif. He's 31 and from Syria. Pauline's helping him prepare for his Home Office interview, where he'll make his case for asylum.
They may ask you things about your country.
I'm here to harass anyone. I'm married and I have children. It's impossible for a man of my age to even think of harassing a child. That leaves a deep pain in your heart.
Naif's one of 66,000 asylum seekers living in what's called dispersal accommodation, private rented housing spread around the UK.
The whole idea was to try to produce a more equitable distribution across the country of asylum seekers. At the core of the dispersal policy is that it's no choice. You don't have any say whatsoever in where you're sent to.
With them and the Home Office to ensure a balanced and appropriate approach. It also says it works with private landlords to rent a mix of properties, taking into account the overall housing market.
Fueling community tensions locally.
I don't think the rhetoric is fueling community tensions. I think what is fueling community tensions is the fact that people are living in these communities affected by HMOs with migrants, asylum seekers in them. What's happening out there is real.
During the production of this film, I was racially abused just in a nearby area to this actually. How much of that and behaviour like that do you feel responsible for?
I don't feel responsible for any, directly responsible for any behaviour that might have happened to somebody who was incorrectly identified as someone that shouldn't be here.
So if I was an asylum seeker, would that be justified behaviour?
I can't talk about a particular incident. If you push people and push people to their limits, they will get to the point where enough is enough.
Frustration and mental and physical exhaustion.
Naves is one of 70,000 asylum claims waiting for an initial decision. That backlog has been almost halved since 2023. But that's created problems further down the line. There's now a growing backlog of people appealing asylum refusals.
Wait times in the courts are actually quite long, anywhere from 6 months to a year. There are cases that have taken even longer than that. So this is another backlog that's building and it's going to be a headache for the government.
The government says it will set up a new independent body to tackle the appeals backlog. But the challenges don't end there.
So have you had a housing assessment with Manchester Council yet?
She has appointment with Ibis.
You have an appointment this week, brilliant.
Leave to remain, he was given 56 days notice to move out of his home office accommodation. He then had to find a job and a place to live. But like many, he struggled.
You have had thousands of people that have been stuck in accommodation where they cannot work and they cannot access training. It is common to see people that have been given their 56 days that have no option and are sleeping on the streets.
The 56-day time limit was only temporary. The government's now switched back to 28 days. Many charities believe this will make things worse.
We're seeing the impact of 56 days already leading to homelessness. Cutting that surely would just make the problem worse.
I don't think, artificially inflating that period of time that someone stays in a hotel is doing them a favour. We did try 56, that is still available in certain cases, but the reality is we want that to be as low as possible because it's in those individuals' interests.
All parties agree that the asylum system isn't working, and they've set out competing visions of how to fix it.
The only way we will stop the boats is by detaining and deporting absolutely anyone that comes via that route.
We need to process the asylum applications more quickly so people can be deported if they've got.
Asylum hotels are just one part of the system that's under huge pressure. They've become a lightning rod for wider public concern about immigration.
It could very well be the case that immigration is the battleground upon which the next general election will be fought. This issue could very well determine who the government is at the next general election.
I've had my bike allowance, plus it's free to sell on eBay and I got a really good price. When it's this easy to sell for free, you can't help but say when it's eBay. It costs billions of the